So here we are, day one. I got up early this morning. I wanted to get up at like 5:15 and my alarm went off at 5:15. And I snoozed it a bit and I ended up getting like out of bed at 6. I started waking myself up a little bit and just kind of got like a slow wake up. Because my goal had been to wake up between like 5:15 and 5:30. And so I just kind of had a slow wake up, got out of bed at 6 o'clock and made my coffee, made my breakfast. This whole like weight loss thing, I'm trying to also just improve other aspects of my life, like staying on track with the schedule. That way I can get more done in the time that I have during the day. So, day one has been going pretty good so far. I'm kind of, as some of you know, if you've been watching my channel, we're in a camper right now while we build our house. And so some things have kind of like really bothered me, like annoyed me so bad this morning just because of being in the camper. It's like I can't do everything I would if I were in the house. Like I can't work out in the morning. That was my goal. I was going to go and like work out before the kids even woke up. And I quickly realized that just making my coffee out there before everybody was woken up woke people up. So working out before everybody got up was not an option, and so that kind of sucks. And either I'm just gonna have to work out outside, or I'm gonna have to wait until they're up until we get in the house. So that's frustrating, but it is what it is. I feel like kind of things have been happening this morning, just like testing me and testing my I don't know. I think sometimes things happen when you're trying to do better that just kind of knock you down. Like I ended up spilling coffee water all over my phone this morning, and like with the grounds in it or whatever, I was washing the pot out because my coffee maker broke, and I've been having to boil my coffee or brew my coffee in a pot anyways. And then after that, I had washed the pot, like rinsed the pot out, and I stuck it like at the edge of my sink, which why I did that, I don't know. I never do that. But I stuck it at the edge of the sink while I was cooking my breakfast before I got to wash that pot, and the pot ended up spilling all over the counter and the floor. And I'm like, this literally never happens to me. Why are things happening? And it's just, I think it's just a testing of my patience. I don't know. But pushing through. My schedule hasn't gone exactly how I've wanted it to, but I have done really well with my eating so far, which granted I've only had breakfast. I did take like a multivitamin, and I started taking like an iron supplement or whatever to see if that can help me feel better as well. So I did do that today, and I'm just trying to like keep track of everything that I do that's different, I guess, to see kind of what works and what doesn't. But we're on day one. I may keep doing like updates throughout the day, or I may just do like one update a day since this is going to be a weekly video probably. But yeah, day one, I actually did it. I actually got up early and got started, and counting calories has been good so far. So next step is to just get a workout in once everybody is awake, which they'll be awake soon. I'm about to go through and wake everybody up and get started on school with them. But yeah, it's going good so far. So day one for my food, I'm having 1 egg and 2 pieces of maple bacon. Typically I just have regular bacon, but my husband actually accidentally got this kind. And I also have my coffee, and I just used like 1 cup of milk, which I think I could have used less milk. And then I used 2 tablespoons of turbinado sugar. Here is my lunch for day one. I've got some chicken, some brown rice, some carrots, bell pepper, broccoli, and green onions. I added in like a tablespoon of soy sauce and just did a little stir fry. So that's my lunch, and I've already had like 2 bottles of water. So for my lunch, my dinner, excuse me, I'm having literally the exact same thing that I had for lunch. We have church tonight, so I didn't have extra time to really think of anything else, and so I just threw this together. Yeah, and excited to eat it because it's really good. For days 2 breakfast, I'm having coffee, 2 pieces of maple bacon, and an egg. I did pretty good getting up this morning. I slept a little bit through my alarm, but not too much, so pretty good. So here's my lunch for today. It's pretty much the same thing that I've been having, except today I added cabbage just for a little extra bulk. I was a little bit more hungry today, and I'm having a really late lunch, so I'm having this one on the go. I have to take my daughter to cheer practice, and we went like picking some pears and figs and stuff with some friends earlier, so I had a fig for a little snack. But here's my lunch. It's just that chicken stir fry again. We'll see you at dinner. So I finished up at my daughter's cheer practice and finished my lunch, and I decided to go ahead and go to the store because honestly, if I didn't go to the store, I was pretty much going to be eating the same thing again for dinner tonight that I've had for lunch and dinner all yesterday. Like I had lunch and dinner yesterday and then lunch today, and I really didn't want to do that because I don't want to get burnt out on the food. I'm pretty good at eating repetitive foods, like at least to start me on a weight loss journey and then kind of change it up, but that's a bit too repetitive. So I was like, I'm just going to pop into the store, and honestly, the struggle to not get a soda was so bad. I was like, I'm not giving in. I even thought, well, I can get one that's 0 sugar, 0 calories. No, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. And so I got a water, and I just like chugged it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much better than soda. Yum. And it was really good, but it was not soda. Dr. Pepper is definitely my go-to, and I'm missing it quite a bit. So, but I didn't give in. I stuck with water. I was just super thirsty, really, because I didn't want to, like, chug a bunch of water while I was at her cheer practice and then not be, like, I don't go in. I just sit outside and wait, and I didn't want to not be able to go in if I had to pee. So, you know, anyways, but I did pick up some stuff for dinner. I got these rice noodles. These are really good. I like them. I've used them before for foods for a weight loss journey and just regularly anyways. But I do like rice noodles pretty good. And then I got some peaches. I got one peach for me and then one for 2 of my other kids who wanted them. I got this sauce to go with my meal tonight. It is a sesame teriyaki sauce, and it's only 35 calories for a tablespoon. So anything that I can get, like sauce-wise, that doesn't have a ton of calories, like soy sauce has like 10 calories per tablespoon, so that's even more ideal. But this sauce is really, really good. I've had it, but it's been a while since I've had it, but it's super good. And so I'm going to get that, and then with my rice noodles, and then I got this bag of sugar snap peas. So I'm going to have the bag of sugar snap peas, that, and then I just got like some basic. I have a really small town. And so you kind of get what you got, but I got this stew meat. I wanted to look for like a different kind of cut of steak, but they didn't really have big selection today. At least not that was like in a price range that I'm willing to pay. But this will be good. It's stew meat, boneless, the fat's cut off, whatever. It'll be really good. So I'm just going to do like a little stir fry of that. Stir fries are kind of like my thing right now, really. That's kind of what's going to get me through. I may add, I don't know if I'll add any carrot. I may add a little bit of carrot. I may add an onion. We'll see. But I just wanted something different, and I've been having the chicken and rice and vegetables, and I'm like, I got to change it up a little bit. So I changed up the meat, and I'm doing the rice noodles instead of the brown rice, but I think it's going to be really good. And I stuck with the water, so it's a win. It's going to be my dinner. I will show you guys once I've made it, but yeah. Okay, so I ended up not eating the peach earlier. I took one bite of it and it just was not good. It was like a white peach, but it was really hard and it was very not flavorful. We grow a lot of our own food, and we get a lot of fruit and stuff from friends who grow their own, and honestly, many times, especially with fruit, if you're used to like homegrown fruit, it tastes a lot different than the grocery store stuff, and this was just so bland and I didn't like it. Anyways, so instead I made some green beans. I just seasoned them with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and I'm gonna have that as my nighttime snack instead of the peach, and it's actually fewer calories than the peach, which is super funny. But either way, that's what I'm going to have for my nighttime snack. I did really good today with water. I got in like at least 7 cups of water. I may even gotten in a full 8. But I did really good with water today. I technically didn't work out, but literally we were going all day long. So I didn't do an actual workout, but we were on the go all day. So that was pretty good. Aside from when I took my daughter to cheer, I was just hanging out in my car then, reading. But pretty active day. Tomorrow morning I'm starting my day early again as usual, or as I have been, but I'm not going to be in town. I've got to run to our old town and see some family and stuff, and so I think I'm going to take I know I can have breakfast here, but lunch, I'll be there around lunchtime, so I may just take like my ingredients with me and I can cook at my parents' house. Either I'll do that or maybe I'll just have a late lunch. It's probably not the best idea because I've found now, at least today, I know I've only been doing this is only day 2, but for me today, I had a really late lunch and that made me even more hungry. Like I'm still really hungry, like not really hungry, but I'm still hungry. And I don't know if that's just because I'm getting used to eating less food and eating on time, because before I would like not eat breakfast ever, rarely eat lunch, and then I would eat like a really big dinner. So this is a big adjustment for me, eating 3 meals a day, and everything. And so I don't know if it's just my body like being like, hey, what's going on here? And a normal, I'm still hungry thing, or I don't know why that made a difference, because yesterday I really wasn't. At the end of the day, I was like, I'm good. But today I'm still hungry. And so I don't know if that had to do with me eating really late. So tomorrow I'm going to try to eat on time and everything. But so far, everything's going really good. And I know I'm only on day 2 of this, but it's so weird because already I feel like my mind feels clearer. And I don't know if it's just because I'm finally starting and that motivation has hit, but I was really down, and I'll go into more detail in a different video with that. But I was like super down. Things were not going well. My mental health was like on the floor, and I feel like this clarity that I can't really explain, but I'm loving it already. And I can't wait to start like actually working out, because I know I'm going to feel even better then. But so far with food, it's been really good. I've stayed within my calories. I'm giving myself like a 30 calorie over if I need it. I haven't so far. Today I'm like 14 under. Yesterday I was like 4 over, I think. But I'm giving myself like a 30 calorie, hey, it's okay. Don't sweat it if you're over 30 calories. But I haven't needed that yet. And yeah, so it's going good. But that's day 2. Day 3, I got up at 6:30 instead of 7:30. No, not 7:30. 5:30. Oops. Not intentional, but it happened. Anyways, and I'm still super tired. Like, I'm really tired. But I got up out of bed and I was like, just snooze the alarm. Just give yourself 5 more minutes. And I was like, no, because you're going to end up sleeping way too late. And whatever. So part of this, again, like this journey is me sticking to somewhat of a routine, a flexible routine. And that includes getting up between 5:15 and 5:30. But anyways, here's breakfast for the day. I've got my 1 egg, 2 pieces of maple bacon. I have decided I've got to stop cooking my egg in that particular pan because it sticks every time and it ruins the perfect egg every time. So annoying. But yeah, I've already started drinking my water for the day. I try to start that before I have anything. Like, I also have my coffee, of course, and for my coffee I've been doing half a cup of milk, turbinado sugar, and then just my coffee. I need to get a coffee maker. This whole brewing it like in a pot on the stove and trying to get it to properly go through a coffee filter is, yeah. But anyways, it's just a little minor inconvenience. But that's breakfast for day 3. I'm super proud of myself for sticking to this. Honestly, this morning I went to go like pour my milk in the pot because I've heated my milk too. and I went to go pour my milk in there, and I didn't measure it. I was like, oh no, but I like barely had any in there, so I was like dumped it out and restarted. I'm not gonna be like super. I would have been just fine. It would have only added a few more calories, I'm sure, probably, but I was like, oh my god, I forgot to measure. And so I'm just still learning to get into that habit of already doing it just without thinking about it. But I'm thinking about going ahead and like posting this video at day 3, just because it's about to be the weekend, and then I can like record over the, I don't know, maybe I should just save it till Monday, like record over the weekend. It is a holiday weekend, but that does not mean that I'm going off plan. I may have one cheat meal. That's my kind of goal, is to just only have like a cheat meal, or just a meal where I can add extra things that I might not add throughout the week or whatever, and don't worry about going over in calories a little bit on that particular day. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that now, or if I'm going to wait until I have like already been doing it for like a couple weeks. I'm not sure yet. I've been debating back and forth, so we shall see. But this is Labor Day weekend, and you know, sometimes we like would do something a little special, but I don't think we have anything planned this time anyway. So but yeah, so that's day 3. Good morning, it's day 4, and for my breakfast this morning, I'm just having a protein shake because I did not have time to cook my normal breakfast or make my coffee, so I just made some protein powder, mixed up some protein powder with some milk. I would have used water, but I'm like, I'm not having my coffee, so I'm just going to mix it with milk so it tastes a little better. But I just tried it. It's from... shoot, I'll have to put it on the screen what it is. I can't remember. It was sent to me through Influencer anyways to try out. But it's really good. Like, it has like a slight protein taste, but it's not overpowering, but it's really good. Anyways, but I'll pop it up on the screen so you can see which kind it is. But that's what's for breakfast this morning. I ended up coming to Panera Bread for lunch because I ended up having to be here longer than I thought I was going to be. And I did not bring my stuff with me to cook at my parents' because I thought I was just going to be able to leave sooner and not even go by my parents' house, but that didn't happen. So I had a gift card, and I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can fit this in my calories. So I did. Unfortunately, Panera apparently doesn't sell their steak and white cheddar panini anymore, which is what I used to always get. And they don't sell that anymore. So I was like, oh no, kind of having to think on the fly. But anyways, I did the pick 2, and I got the ciabatta cheese steak, which I haven't had before, but it smells delicious actually. So I got that, the half sandwich, and then I got a cup of the chicken and wild rice soup. I did get an apple. I'll have that later for a snack. And I got a water to drink because we're not doing soda. But anyways, so that's going to be my lunch for the day, and it does fit within my calories. I think my lunch ended up being like 700 calories for the soup and for the sandwich. And so that'll be my lunch for the day. I have a little bit less, like fewer calories for dinner left than I normally would, because normally I keep my lunches and dinners around like 550 or so. Or at least my dinner's usually like 550. I have like 460 left for my dinner, but I'm gonna have something with shrimp for dinner, so that's way lower in calories than my other proteins that I've been eating, so it'll round out. Anyways, but that's my lunch for today. It smells really good, so I'm gonna sit here in the parking lot and eat before I have to go home and get so many chores done. Okay, I had to show you all the sandwich. It looks so good, and it fits in my calories. Good morning, and final update time. Not gonna lie, this 3-day weekend really threw me, and I got off track a bit with my calorie counting. I also got off track with my waking up super early, but it's the weekend. I'm gonna sleep in a little bit on some weekends. But with that being said, I still chose more healthy options, even though I did go over some of my calories on a couple days of the weekend, and I ended out the week losing 2.3 pounds. So I call that a win. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video.